Hey, this is Dean Soto with the OnlineEmpireAcademy.com in partnership with KeywordInspector.com. And let me ask you a quick question. What would it do for your business if you knew exactly what keywords customers were searching for when they found your listing on Amazon? Or even better, how would you be able to increase profits and dominate your competition if you knew what people were searching for when they got to your competitors' listings and you were able to use those keywords that your competitor had no clue people were using to find their product. Use them in your campaigns, organically and paid on Amazon, to outdo them, outsmart them. What would it do for your business? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that with the Keyword Inspector Reverse ASIN tool. It's one of the most popular tools in the KeywordInspector.com arsenal and has been around for about 1.5 years and has helped thousands of Amazon sellers find millions of keywords automatically that people are using to search for their products. Alright, so let me show you the power of reverse ASIN searching that only KeywordInspector.com can do. So here we have a Cool Life Garden Hose Splitter. And what if our competition, what if this was one of our competitors? How beneficial, how would it affect our business if we knew all of the different keywords that they had no clue they were ranking for, and we took those keywords and we optimized our organic and our paid search for those keywords so that we could steal customers out from under them without them ever knowing? Well, that's what you can do with reverse ASIN searching. So one of the things that people, when they start using reverse ASIN searching, they start saying, well, I'm finding keywords that are not in this listing, right? I'm looking all through this listing and it's coming up with keywords that just really aren't there. Well, that's the beauty of this, is we're not looking at the listing. Any keyword tool can look at the listing and tell you all of the possible keywords that are in the listing. We are looking for actual searches that customers are using. So searches like garden hose splitter or all of these different searches, but knowing that people have actually used that particular search to find this particular listing. Okay, imagine the power of that. Imagine the power of knowing that what your customer has actually searched for to find your listing or your competitor's listing. So how do we go about finding the keywords for these listings? Very easy. So we go down to the ASIN. We grab the ASIN here, the ASIN number. So you're going to take that ASIN and you're going to paste it right here. Now each search, and you can do multiple searches with multiple ASINs, each search takes a certain amount of credits. And you can buy credits standalone, or you can buy credits on a subscription basis. But stay tuned, because I'm going to be sharing something with you that I think you're going to love. Depending on the search type, depends on how many credits that you're going to be using. Typically, I use the extensive search in my business. Okay, there's extensive search, simple search, reverse ASIN PPC, simple current keywords, and searches for UK as well as for Germany. Now, for this video, I'm only going to be using the extensive search. We do have video demos on KeywordInspector.com itself that they go more into these other searches, but extensive gives the most data for the ASIN that you are actually looking for. So we're going to use that in this particular example. So it takes a little time to process the ASIN, but when you do, you click there, and you'll see that up here we have Cool Life Garden Hose Splitter, right there. So everything's done. We potentially have all our keywords. There's two ways to go about finding those keywords. You can download to CSV, or you can click in here and find your keywords. Okay. Now, you have 30 days to look at these keywords. Now, why is that? Well, because every day keywordinspector.com is refreshing the reverse ASIN keywords that it finds. Sometimes there's big movements, sometimes there's not a lot of big changes, but we want to give you the freshest data possible. And so one day you might look at your data and one keyword is ranked number 2 for that particular listing. The next day it might be ranked number 1 for that listing. But we are always trying to give you the best and freshest data possible. That's why you have 30 days to go and look at this data, because we're constantly refreshing it. And it takes a lot of actually takes a lot of CPU and server resources to do that. Okay, so here we have our keywords. I'm going to move this over a little bit so we can see everything. We have our keyword spigot splitter right here, number 1. We have, let me go through the columns real quick. So we have best keyword rank. Now, when you're looking at this, this is mainly ranked based off of estimated search data, so take it for what it's worth. You still have to use a little bit of your human inference in order to find the keywords, because if it might be something like splitter up on top and have 100,000 searches, well, that might not be the best thing for a hose splitter, right? All right, so then we have the actual keyword. The next column, we have the estimated search volume. Okay, this is the estimated search, what Keyword Inspector has determined the estimated search to be based off of all of the data that it's collecting from Amazon. Okay. Then we have the ASIN keyword position at time of search. This is the position that particular listing was when we found it on, when Keyword Inspector found it on Amazon. So in this particular instance, it's ranked number 15. Okay. Word rank and individual words go together. These are words that you might want to use in your listing in order to rank for some of the top keywords that it finds here. There are also common misspellings. This is the number of products found to have exact keyword phrase here, and then in the title, and then number of results found on Amazon extensive search. So number of actual products found to have, say, spigot splitter in the actual Amazon search results. So here we have 62. All right, so let's look at some of these things right now. When you see a position that's a little bit bigger, or a little bit more 10 or more, sometimes there's a lot more swings that you'll find. But let's go to spigot splitter. This might be something. Say this was our listing, right? This might be something that we actually want to rank for, because we're there. We're ranked 15 in this particular instance, but we want to rank better than that. So if we go to spigot splitter, let's see if we actually this listing actually shows up. Right now, it's showing this one right here. Let me go back real quick. Right now, the top one is very similar, right? It's not ours, but if we scroll down, oops. So we want the Cool Life Garden Splitter. If we scroll down, you should see there it is, around the 15 rank mark, the Cool Life Garden Hose Splitter. Now we want to be up here, right? So how could we do that? How could we do that? Well, we're looking already, and we see that we have a spigot splitter that's getting about 9,000 something hits per month estimated, right? Now, I don't see a spigot splitter in this title. I don't see a spigot splitter in this title, this spigot splitter in this title. In fact, let's see if we go down to this listing, our listing again, and we go and look for spigot splitter. Oops, we see it in the search because we actually had it in the search. So we actually, in this listing, there is no word spigot splitter, spigot splitter whatsoever, right? So this is the listing that we were using for our reverse ASIN. There is no spigot splitter. In fact, let's go to our competition. Let's see if they're using it. Okay, so the very #1 bestseller right here. Let's see if they're using spigot splitter. So I'm going to do a quick Chrome search for spigot splitter. And yet again, they are not using spigot splitter. Now, why is that coming up, right? It's coming up because customers are actually searching. The way they got to this, the way that they got to our listing, which is number 15 down here, was because they were looking for spigot splitter. 9,000 people per month were looking for spigot splitter. And none of these guys have that in our listing. So what could we do with that? We could optimize our listing to go and at least have in our description or maybe in our title spigot splitter. Okay. In fact, if we wanted to go even further with this, we can go and take this competitor's listing and see other keywords that they're searching for, that their customers are searching for to find this particular listing. So if we go into our reverse ASIN once again, do a reverse ASIN search. We're going to do our extensive. Check the processed. It's not there yet. Let's see. Refresh. Check the history. Sometimes it takes a while. It's still processing. You'll see you're completed, your processing, and your errors here. But it's still processing. So let's see. Let's refresh one more time. I'll pause this video. Okay, so now it's here. Garden soaker hose splitter. So this is our competitors now. Okay, and like I said, sometimes with the other one, you'll get kind of crazy things that say splitter or irrigation hose. These are not necessarily things that correspond with our product that we want to go after, but they do come up in search. So irrigation hose, that was obviously not an irrigation hose, but what happens if we go and search in Amazon for irrigation hose? If we scroll down, we'll see right there, garden hose, a garden soaker hose splitter. That's because Amazon with irrigation hose, it's putting up the most related, the most relevant stuff up on top. And then as it gets less relevant, it's trying to put up things that could potentially be relevant. Okay, and there's one right there, this garden soaker thing. Anyone who's searching for irrigation hose is probably not going to go and be searching specifically for this, but people have used that keyword to find this particular product. Pretty amazing, right? And irrigation hose is more than likely not in that particular listing, but people find it. But we can see things like coil hose, hose holder. All these things are in there. But let's kind of scroll down and see if there are other keywords that we could potentially use here. Hose BIB, hose bib splitter, hose accessories. And if we go down here, we see water spigot splitter. So water spigot splitter is it should be a good one right here. So if we go to water spigot splitter, very similar to a spigot splitter, and boom, right there, we see that our competitor is there as well. Our competitor is there. All right, so now that you understand the power of reverse ASIN searching and how it can take your Amazon business to the next level, we wanted to give you a very special limited time offer. You can see the offer details below, and this is something that we don't usually do on a regular basis, and we can only take a limited amount of people. So I highly recommend that if you want to start taking your Amazon business to the next level and seeing what reverse ASIN searching can do to really grow your profits as well as help you to dominate your competition, take advantage of this special offer. It's a limited time offer. Also, there are limited spots as well. We cannot open this up to everyone and keep it open for very long. So this is going to be ending very, very soon. But we wanted to make it available to you as a keywordinspector.com customer so that you can take advantage of the power of reverse ASIN search and grow your business into something that you never thought possible up until now with reverse ASIN searching. So if you're ready to take your Amazon business to the next level, click the button below and let's get started.